this is gonna be a two-parter. So in this one, we're just gonna build the front end. There will be a minor saving feature, and then in the second part, I'll show you how to save it. For example, we'll probably use PHP and a MariaDB database. Okay, so before we do that, I'd like to implore you that you should subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments, because that helps the channel grow. What happens is the more people subscribe, the more the content is sent out to more viewers, and those viewers will join and either post requests or they share some tips and tricks, which I'll share with the rest of you. All right. Okay, and let's go to the introduction. I just need to find something here. So let's go to the intro here. Forgot to change the title. So there we go. Title is See How HTML5 Saves Votes Locally. So we're going to use localhost to save it. So we're not going to be able to, people will not be able to see your vote until I guess what we'll do in the next part. All right, so on to the show. All right, so basically, as I said before, this is going to demonstrate the client-side storage limits, in that basically whether it's saved as a cookies or local storage, it's only for the person who visits. Meaning that if I visit this page and I hit save, it's only going to save my content. So I'll only be able to see it because it's only saved on client side. It's saved on my computer. So meaning that somebody else who visits on another computer, they will not be able to see my results. So that's why we need some server side, and that's what the next part, which we'll do tomorrow, will take care of. Okay, so if you are impatient, I have all the code here for you, the HTML5, the JavaScript for saving, and obviously the styling as well. So it's all here. Split them up for you. So obviously, because styling is subjective, you style it the way you want. If you can also see the demo here, you can see there's just a very simple. It says choose your favorite option. So I can click this. I can pick the speed here, so I can pick mode because it's check boxes instead of the radio buttons. And one of the categories, for example, I can pick education, and I can rate the experience. It's an HTML5 one as well. See, this is a range. And then you can also pick a color. So let's pick the colors depending on the web browser. As you can see, this is the one for the LibreWolf. If I was using a Chromium-based browser, if I was using a mobile one, they'll all be different. So for example, if I pick this color and I hit select, if I don't like that one, I can also go and click a custom one. And sometimes it's a wheel, or sometimes it's something else. So here I can pick, different shading. I can pick all these different colors. I can even use the, if I want, I can also use, you see this picker, or drop picker. So for example, if I want this color or this color, let's say I want this color here. See, I can pick that as well. And it's like, you guys probably didn't know you could do that with the HTML5. You can see this is my desktop. I'm able to pick that as well. And then I obviously a date. There's a date picker here as well. Again, this is HTML5, nothing fancy. So it's picking today's date, which is fine. I can format it a little bit differently, but I just pick the default. So I can pick a future date or today's date. So I'm going to pick today's date. There we go. There's also a time picker, but I just picked the date. And then I can enter my name, which will be Edward Campbell here. Then I'll hit this submit vote. When I hit that, the address doesn't. It says that address doesn't look right. Check the URL. Obviously, because I'm using this one. Obviously, there's no. I said I can't save it because this is all done in one HTML5. It's what do you call it? It's in an iframe, so it's not. I'm not allowed to do that, but it would have saved it. You see when we actually do the one and the when we actually do one here, and that will fix all these issues tomorrow. So this is what it's supposed to look like when the results are there. The results will be down here. Okay, and this is a live, so we're live as usual. You see it says live here. We're live. So I'm gonna go down here, and I'll stop right there for now. And I'm gonna check all the live streams to make sure they're fine. By the way, if you haven't been here for a while, I had some issues with YouTube. So I live streamed to YouTube, BitChute, Odyssey, and Rumble at the same time, and YouTube had a problem with the live chat. It's working, at least for me. It looks like it's working. So you should be able to post live chats again in YouTube. You can go ahead. I told people not to do that for a while because until YouTube resolved the issue, so I literally had to turn it off. But it is on now. You're able to post. I enabled. I think I had to turn it off for about 4 videos, but it's good to go again. All right. So let me check. The first one I'll check is. BitChute says it hasn't started yet. That's not good. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with BitChute. Okay, there we go. BitChute is working now. Odyssey should also be working. I'll probably need to refresh. Yep, that seems to be working. And finally, let's check out which one is this one? Odyssey. It says starting soon. I don't know why it always says that. Okay, let me refresh. It still says starting soon for Odyssey. Okay, I'll just leave Odyssey. It says started six minutes ago, then it says starting soon. Oh, did I click the wrong one? I hope I didn't click the wrong one. That is weird. I hope I didn't click the wrong one. Huh. What the? Come on, that's not the one. I refresh again. Keeps on saying starting soon. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with Odyssey. So hopefully Odyssey is working as well. I don't have time to take a look at it. All right, anyway. So let me open up, I'm going to use the GNOME text editor. So I'm going to open up, today we're just doing HTML. So as you can see, this is for tomorrow's tutorial. So it's a very simple code here. Let me zoom in. The usual doc type, the HTML tag. In the head section, we have the viewport. Set the device to initial scale. This allows, especially if you have a small a mobile phone, this will allow it, instead of getting the desktop view, you get the specific mobile view, which is stretched to fit instead of you having to zoom in. And then this is styling. So styling is very subjective. This is not a styling tutorial. This is more of a voting form tutorial. So you style it the way you want. I do have this styling. You can pick it up on ojambo.com, and the link is also in the description for this tutorial. So I'm not going to dwell too much on this because not because it takes time. It's just that I said styling is subjective. What some people might think is pretty, other people might think is ugly or slows down. So that's why I'm not saying styling is not important. I'm just saying that you decide how you want to style. If you want to use these styles, there you go. Have at it. Okay, so yeah, I've also I'll just quickly part of this. For example, you see you can target specific inputs. For example, you see the type, range, color, and date. I just made them the 100% width, giving a little margin of 5 pixels just to make it a little bit better. And these are buttons, and then the button hover state, that means mouse over. Okay, and then here is the HTML. We have a class, a div, a class, vote container. Inside that has an H2, heading 2, says HTML5 voting form with PHP backend. Well, this is not quite true because this will be in tomorrow's tutorial, but in today's tutorial there's no PHP. I should actually remove this, but yeah, actually no, I should actually remove this because we don't have, today is not PHP. I should actually remove that. Yeah, there is no PHP today. And then we have the pick your favorite option, H3 tags in the form. See option A, B, C. These are radio buttons. As you can see, type equals radio. And then we have checkboxes. The checkboxes, see we have speed, design, and usability. And then we have select drop down with options, technology, education, entertainment, and sports. Then we have some other input. This is a range. You see it's type range. It's 1 to 10. Min is 1, max is 10, and the name is rating. Then we have a color, which is type color. So this is how you can have a color picker, very simple. And then we have a type date for the date picker. And then we have just some normal text. You just put whatever you want in, and we have a placeholder called enter your name. And then we have a submit button. And then when somebody clicks the submit button, it will obviously, what do you call it? It will put the results down here in the result list for all of that. So this one sends the vote to a PHP backend and stores it in MariaDB. Oh, did I open up the wrong one? I hope not. Okay, so obviously when you click the button, it's supposed to hit the submit button, and it will send it to the PHP form, and then it will just output the list there. So that's what the code does. Now clearly, in today's tutorial, I said we're not saving it with the PHP. This is actually for tomorrow's tutorial. I don't know if I had one where I might have deleted. I might have gone a little bit ahead of myself. I don't know if I have one here. Make sure HTML5. Yeah. I don't think I have one. Yeah, it looks like I don't have one unless it's in CSS. Okay, I should have renamed it. I guess I was just I got a little bit ahead of myself. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I think I do have a copy of it. Let me actually undo what I've done here. I think I might have a copy of it. Just a second. I might have another copy which I can show you guys. Oh, yes, I do. I actually do have a copy of it. So there we go. So let's go back to voting form. So this will be for tomorrow. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take the original one, and I'll paste it here. Paste it, and I'm going to call this one, I'm going to save it as, instead of index, I'll just say voting form. Just the voting form by itself. So that's the one I want to open up. There we go. Okay, so everything is the same. It's just the JavaScript is going to be slightly different. So here's the JavaScript. So you see when you click the see the stores says the stores votes locally on your device using HTML5 blah blah blah, all this stuff here, and then the form, it will get the form, and then you get the results. It will parse, if it's in storage, it will get it from the local storage. If not, it will just obviously save. It will loop through everything, and you see it will put it out there as a join. And you can see it will get the choice, extra, category, rating, color, date, and username, and push it into local storage. Or it will get display votes. That's a function that will grab it from our local storage. So I'll show you all of this. I believe I shouldn't need a server. I can simply just grab this and dump it into any web browser. So with that, let's actually do that. So we don't need this anymore. I can get rid of this. We shouldn't need a web server, but if we do, I will start one up. So let me let's go here. Let's go here. I'm a little worried I'm overwriting something there, but that's fine. So we go to voting form and just drag and drop. There we go. So again, it says HTML5 voting form, and you see it's the results local device only. So for example, if I pick option B here, I can pick the speed. You can pick multiple stuff. Here I said I picked education. The color here, the rating here, and then the color, as I showed you guys before. You can pick a color you want. So it's different browsers have different color pickers. You see this one is different. This one actually allows you to put RGBs. You can obviously change it to HSL and hex code, and obviously RGB, and then you can pick the you can pick which one you want here as well. So notice this one doesn't have a color picker by default, like the one from Firefox based browsers like LibreWolf. Okay, and then the date, this also has a date picker. So the date picker, you see, they're pretty much the same. You can pick today's date, so I'll pick today's date. Okay, you can format this as well. I've done tutorials on that. For example, I like the ISO format, which you start, you say the 225-09, no, sorry, -12-09, because today is the December 9th, that time is recording. I put my name here, I put Edward Johnson. And hit submit. You see down here it says voting one, blah, blah, all this kind of stuff. So what happens is if I refresh this page, or let me actually close this. So if I close this, and it's the same thing, I can close the browser, it's the same thing because it's local storage. I'll show you the local storage. So if I click the form and just drag the form here, if I go down to the bottom, you see it has my previous savings here. So what you can do is you just go to, so let me put it here so you can see it in a vertical screen. So if I inspect, if I go to application, you see in application under storage, local storage, you see here it says the key is called votes, and then it has my votes. You see here it says like choice, option B, you remember all this stuff. So this is just JSON. Remember we saved it as a JSON. The reason I save it as JSON is because I can save everything as one simple object, right? So meaning that if there's more votes, they will just go into the same votes here. Just I'll show you that in a second. So if I click on this little guy here, that way I can show everything. I don't know why it doesn't let me. Okay, well it is here. This is where it's stored. I'm not sure why. Oh, can I? Okay, there we go. So you can see here it has all this stuff like the date. Obviously the name is here as well. There's just not enough space to do it, but yeah, it's all in here. So for example, you can do other results as well. So for example, if I want to vote again, let's say this time I check A, I'm going to take speed, and this time I'm going to take say entertainment, and this time I'm going to pick let's pick a yellow color. You see 255, 2540. The date, let's say I pick a date in the future. You see the 14th. Then we just say Jane Doe, and I hit submit. You can see down here the second vote was for Jane Doe. You see Jane Doe is here, and you can see the color, this yellow color here. And again, if we go if I go and check the application here, you see the votes, it's the same one, but it's now in a different what do you call it? It's a different the object is still there. It's an array essentially. I'm wondering if there's a better way I can view this. I don't know if it's yeah. So it's not. We're not using index DB. We're not using external. So it's we're not using cookies. You can also use cookies, but I didn't use those. And then the shared storage. I don't know what's in here. Yeah, it's not in that one. So it's just local storage. Now, obviously, if you clear it or you clear your cache, then it will disappear. So what I was trying to say is that this is only server side. The only person who's going to see this data is you, meaning you on your browser. So meaning that somebody else, you will not be able to see how you voted. So that's what I was trying to say is that client side saving doesn't make sense. You know, it for this particular use case, it doesn't make sense. It only makes sense if you're doing something where it's specific to a person. You know, maybe like let's say this was a game, and you wanted to keep the person's high scores. Yeah, then that would be local, so that's perfectly fine. But I'm saying if it's something to share, obviously votes usually have to share for sharing. Then this doesn't make any sense because nobody would know about it. It's only stored on a person's device. And it's also the other bad thing is if the person clears the cache. For example, if I go here and I clear my cache, or I'll explain what I'm trying to say. So if I go here and I go to application and I go to local storage, and from local storage here I can simply just click on this. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is a better one. I didn't realize if I click on votes down here, yeah, you see this one. Yeah, there we go. Now this is a better way. You see it says Edward Ojambo, the first one, and the second one, if you remember, it was Jane Doe. You see Jane Doe here. So what I was trying to say is that you can obviously delete them this way as well. If I click on that and hit the delete key, you see it's gone, right? So now if I go here and I refresh, you see there's nothing. It's gone. It's the same thing like clearing your cache. So that's why I'm saying that that's another limit of storing stuff locally, because I submitted 2 votes, but if I clear my cache, they're gone. So that's what I'm saying. The server side would be if you want to save information now. Now, some people may want to clear the cache, that's fine, but I'm saying is that's one of those limits of storing things on the client side. That's why I said in tomorrow's tutorial, I'll show you how to save it on the server side, and then also output it as well. So in that way, people can see how other people voted. You can have some maybe you can have maybe a graph and say, you know, out of 10 or something like that, just to make it a better user experience. Okay, so that's it. That's the tutorial. As I said, the code is on ojambo.com. The link is in the description if you just want to copy, if you want to do a copy pasta. Okay, so let's finish this up. For further learning in JavaScript, you can check out my book. It's available on Amazon. It's called Learning JavaScript. And there's also a related course. It's on ojamboshop.com. The link is also in the description. It's also called Learning JavaScript. Last year, I did use the Learning JavaScript course. It's web ID for a lot of tutorials. I think I even did some earlier this year as well. So they are on all the channels: YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. If you do want some coupons, let me know. I can generate some. And I also offer services. If you want private tutoring for programming such as JavaScript lessons, you can contact me directly at ojambo.com/contact or ojamboservices.com if you need consultation. And this demo shows a visually appealing HTML5 voting form with client-side storage. Votes are saved only on your device. Anyone can vote multiple times. Results are not shared. It demonstrates the limits of HTML5 alone while still allowing users to see votes locally. Okay. Now, I also have some other resources. I live in a rural area, so there's no internet and the cellular service is very sporadic. So I do use SpaceX Starlink residential service. So if you're thinking of getting it, use my referral link, because I'll get 1 month free and you'll get a massive discount. So what that means is, for example, if you're in Canada, you can get the equipment for free if you do use a referral link like mine. So I require you to use mine. And if you're anywhere else around the world, you will still get a significant discount. So if you're thinking of getting the SpaceX Starlink service, especially the residential service, please use my referral link. Then the next one is an affiliate link. It's for this one. It's the Honeywell HeatBud Personal Ceramic Heater. It's available on Amazon. It has a low and high setting. It also has a protection, meaning that if it trips over, it will trigger this part right here, right there, and that will turn it off. Low uses 170 watts, high uses 250 watts. I have never needed to use high. I always leave it on low, and my electrical bill is about $3 to $5 extra per month. Now, that includes obviously during winter or the cold months, like right now. Obviously, the electricity is a little bit more expensive, but that is still way cheaper than paying an extra $200-300 a month in propane cost for heating. So it's a space heater. It's not meant to heat up the entire room. So, but it works fine for heating up my personal space. Like this table here is my personal space, because that's where I spend a lot of time during the day. So as long as I'm comfortable here, I'm happy. Yeah, I don't care about the rest of the room or the other rooms. All I need is just this part here, and obviously I dress warmly as well. So this has saved me hundreds of dollars. For example, last winter, which was very harsh, the coldest month I paid $250. Now I only started using this in the middle of the month in February. So this year I turned the temperature down to 15 degrees. Yes, you heard me right. On November 1st, I turned the temperature down to 15 degrees. In October, I didn't even turn it on at all. So I got a bill, and the guy came to deliver some propane, and I paid $137. So that is fantastic. Could have even been lower if they actually took away the carbon tax. Now, some people argue with me, say, oh no, the carbon tax was taken away. That's not true. What they said is that the consumers don't have to pay the carbon tax. It's the manufacturers and the suppliers and whatever. So guess what they're going to do? Just going to bury it into the fee they charge you. So as consumers, we're still paying it. So that's what I'm saying. If it wasn't there, I'll probably be paying about $100 ish, which would be even better. But I hit my target. My target was 150, so obviously I went beyond that. So I'm pretty happy with it, and that's because of this little guy here. Okay, so you can pick it up. I said that's my affiliate link, but that means that I'll get a commission for every sale if you do use my affiliate link. There's no extra cost to you. All right, and then my own, I have a novelette. It's called The Algorithmic Serpent. It's a psychological thriller. It's created by me, Edodo Jambo. It's about a scientist who creates an AI system and loses his mind, so he has to regain control of his mind and the AI system. This is the back, as you can see. This is the real pages. There we go. There's also an ebook version. Both were made as affordable as possible because this was my first time writing a something that's non-programming, so non-programming topic. So the majority of the cost for this one, the paperback version, is for printing and shipping, and for the ebook one, it's for storage. So pick it up if you have the means, and let me know what you think. And then I wrote my first guide. It's called The Recession Business Blueprint. It's a book. It's 100 and I checked it out actually last night. I think it's 126 pages. I'm talking about the actual content. It's 123 pages of real content. The rest of the other stuff is like the back and some other the what do you call it, the table of contents. That kind of stuff doesn't really count. So you guys show. I did about an hour yesterday, last night, talking about it. So it's officially, that's the official promotion, and I believe also today or tomorrow, I'm not sure, the short version should be there, which is a fun way I did it in Blender. You can check it out. Anyways, the point is, if you if you ever wanted to start a business and we're in recession right now, you say, oh no, I'm gonna wait. No, don't wait. It's the best time to start a business. So that's why I wrote this business blueprint. Now, it's not just all based on my personal experience starting a business in 2009 during a recession. It's also about because some of those things I did are no longer available. So I obviously updated for the more modern times. For example, for younger people, like for example, promotions. When I started my business, you were expected to have some business cards. You're expected to meet people in person. These days, you don't meet people in person. You meet them over the internet or virtually is what I'm trying to say. Like I had a problem. I basically gave up trying to get people to meet virtually. The funny thing is, during the pandemic, then everybody all of a sudden was normal to meet virtually. But before, people didn't want to. They always made me go see them, or they would come over to my place and would discuss business. But what I'm trying to say is that those are the type of things where I'll show you how to get people to meet virtually, how to network. Networking is very, very important. I was just thinking today how I had one customer who came to me. He was a realtor, a real estate agent, and then he was so happy with the work I did. He then some of his clients, he told them about me, right? And then I got like 3 or 4 people because of him. So that's what I'm saying, that you have to be able to network. So I teach you the tricks of networking and how, for example, there's a few cold calls you have to do sometimes. For example, if somebody introduces you to someone or gives you a name of someone, how to contact that person, right? So that's what I'm saying, that's networking. It's a skill, right? So I show you how you do that, especially, I said, in the more modern times where you're not going to meet the person physically. You're going to either send them an email, maybe even a text message or something. So you need to, you have to be professional, but obviously use technology for, the modern times as well. What I'm saying is, somebody like me, I prefer getting a phone call, meeting in person, or what do you call it, a letter, right? But I said the younger generation, or most businesses today, is they're so busy. So what my point is that it doesn't matter how you meet them. Saying is that you have to, whether you're introduced to them or you're just meeting, you just get their contact information. You have to have the skills and how. What I'm saying, how to start. That's what the recession blueprint will help you get over that low hump, if you know what I'm talking about. And also how to find funds. It's going to be hard, obviously, during a recession for people to lend you money. So I show you how you can start the business and be ready for when the economy improves, where you can do expansion. For example, when I started the business, I went back to school because although I taught myself everything, some of the skills I wasn't too comfortable with, like the accounting and the bookkeeping. So going back to school helped me tremendously. And one thing which, although people told me I didn't have to worry about it, I didn't have to worry about it, was my writing. I'll explain what I mean. So when I was working as a chemist, one thing I noticed, basically once I graduated from university, I was working as a chemist. The problem with that is when I went to work, I was put, except for one person, everybody there was English as second language. So what happened was, and I was there for 9 years, almost 10 years. The problem is, over those 9 years, I had to kind of talk to those people like as if it's like they're babies or something, and then at the end, their speaking or their English had improved so much. For me, I thought it was even better than mine. So I wasn't too comfortable, which is funny because obviously I grew up speaking only English. English is my first language. So what I'm trying to say is that I noticed that given all of my friends, I could not articulate myself. Even to this day, sometimes I have problems articulating myself because I lost that thing for those 9 years I was working as a chemist. So one of my point is that going back to school helped me again get comfortable writing and speaking again. And actually YouTube also helped me as well. When I started my YouTube channel way back in 2009, when I was promoting some products and stuff, it helped me learn how to speak and engage properly again. So what I'm saying is that those are the type of skills you need to know, because you need to articulate yourself, whether you're sick or not feeling well, when somebody calls you, or you have to be ready for those type of things. And I show you all the tips and tricks as well in the Recession Business Blueprint. You can pick it up now. There's both ebook and paperback version. Okay, and I said I showed you how I made the book yesterday. So there's a video on all the channels: YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. You can take a look at that as well. I literally just did it last night, so that's live. Not live, but it's ready to go. Okay, and then if you want to know more about me, I have a blog in every single article I write on Ojambo.com. Basically, I'm a software engineer, web developer, author. Yes, I'm an author now because I have some books. And my book page on Amazon, it's there, the link. And then if you need support, I'm gonna do consultations. So on ojamboservices.com, I'll still be doing programming. Like if you're one of my customers, obviously I'll still be doing that work. But I'm saying that I'm gonna move more into consultations and probably do more tutorials as well. If you need that service, ojamboservices.com. And if you're ready to learn, I have the courses on ojamboshop.com. Alright, and then obviously ways to contact me. You can put comments. Make sure the comment obviously ties into the article, right? So the comment form here. And then the other ways to contact me are the contact forms. There's ojambo.com/contact, ojamboservices.com/contact, ojamboshop.com/contact. And then to follow me, I have some channels: Odyssey, Rumble, BitChute, and YouTube. As you guys see, I do a live stream every single day, so that's where you can you can post things in the chat as well. But the best way is always the contact form, ojambo.com/contact. That's the best way to contact me. Okay, and so that's it. Plus, if you want to see what's upcoming, you visit ojambo.com. You go to watch menu, live sub menu. I've already explained what's coming up. For example, we've just finished this tutorial today. What's upcoming tomorrow? We're going to create the backend using PHP and MariaDB, and then stuff that's upcoming. We have this one. This is a lot of fun here. Doing some stable diffusion. We're going to use control nets, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't seen anybody do a tutorial like this before. We're using control-diffusion.cpp, so you guys are going to like that a lot. And then there's image, the photo manager or video manager. It's open source, obviously, everything. And then Guinea. This is a fun tutorial here. This Guinea 2.1 is a fun tutorial. I'll show you how you can actually get AI in Guinea. So that's a fun tutorial. Guinea seems to be one of the most popular editors, text editors or coding editors. Whenever it always does pretty well. So I'm hoping that one also does well. So that's upcoming as well. And of course, if you have any requests, let me know. You can just jot them down, put them in the chat or the comment section, and I'll be able to take a look at it. I'm gonna try something different. I'll probably put up a poll, voting poll, and maybe ask you guys what you want to see for the rest of the year. So what I'm hoping for, I'm trying to maybe take like a top 10. Like for example, like what was my favorite editor of the entire year of 2025, that type of stuff. I'll probably want to do that. So if you guys have any requests, let me know. Or if you have your favorites, let me know as well. I can compile all of that stuff and we'll do that for the rest of the year. That's just fun little thing to do. Yeah, obviously it'll be live as well, so that'll be fun. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna, oh, I just forgot. Let me check all the live streams to make sure everything is going well. Let's see here. Oh, okay, looks like Odyssey finally, okay, Odyssey seems to finally have picked up the right one. That's great, but there's no chat requests. There's no chat requests in Rumble, and there's no chat request today in BitChute. Okay, that's fine, and there's nothing in YouTube. I'm hoping YouTube is okay. If you guys try to write something in YouTube and it's not working for you, maybe put something in the comment and I'll know, and I can ask YouTube again if because I did send them a message last time and it looks like they fixed that issue. So maybe they messed up the front end then. Alright, that's it guys. So I'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern for the part 2 of this tutorial where we actually make the backend so we can save